Herman Obukhov comes from Russia. Here, he's on the Maidan, otherwise known as Kyiv's Independence Square. Several exhibitions recall the events of the pro-European revolution of February 2014 that ousted the pro-Moscow government. The people had had enough of corruption, mismanagement, and economic stagnation. Obukhov believes the revolution instilled fear in the rulers in Moscow, and that's why they responded by forcing Ukraine into war.
Totally revenge, totally. So Moscow started to show to Russian people, no way going this like Maidan.
He left Russia in the summer of 2014 to take up the political fight against Moscow as he'd done before. Obukhov was a dissident even in the Soviet era when he opposed the communist regime in the 1980s. His writing got him 4 years in a penal colony. Then he was able to emigrate to the US. After Ukraine's revolution, he realized Kyiv is where he belongs.
Much more freedom, first of all. We're able to criticize Moscow without anything what should be next hour, next day, or what happened with our family, with our work, or with us itself.
Around 60% of Kyiv's residents speak Russian and only 40% Ukrainian. Maybe that's why Kyiv attracts more and more Russians who are opposed to the government in Moscow. Political activists and artists have formed an anti-Kremlin opposition here. An exhibition of photos of the war in eastern Ukraine against the pro-Russian rebels. The Russian exiles do not mince words. They see Russian President Vladimir Putin on a par with Hitler and Stalin. Obukhov has launched a campaign on the internet. It's called Stop Fascism in Russia.
This guy and this guy killed a million people. So Putin probably did not kill millions, but still a lot. So it was since start he taken power. So it just hundreds, thousands. So Chechnya now in Ukraine, it's already thousands. So.
They make it clear. They see Putin as the aggressor.
This from mortar, this from artillery shells. It's heavy. Oh. This from tank.
Arms and ammunition left behind by pro-Russian rebels in eastern Ukraine, manufactured in Russia. The photos show their deadly force. As evening falls in Kyiv, Obukhov meets some of his fellow dissidents at the urban beach. Among them, Yuri Melnichuk. The tattoo on his arm says, "Putin is a thief."
Unfortunately, I don't see any forces in Russia today that could change anything. People like us who realize that elections won't lead to change there. This regime has to be toppled.
By a revolution, like the one on Kyiv's Maidan. The men here hope that their Russian countrymen one day will maybe follow in Ukraine's footsteps.